I'm Eugene Lee, and I play Midge Carter in I'm Not Rappaport. He's an 81-year-old black man, former fighter in New York City, sitting in the park. I'm not 81, but I'm close enough to identify with a lot of the age issues. I do identify with this man. I'm from Texas, but we got old people in Texas as well. I love it. I love this play. I love the relationship between these two men. They make up, they break up in the course of their together. They get hurt, they help each other, and I think that's a lot of what this play is speaking to, is how we can reach out to each other, just through cultural differences, across cultural divides, and dance together. I never read this play or saw it. When it was in New York, I was on stage in New York at the same time, so I never saw it. I never read the play. And when I got the phone call about them doing it, I said, let me read it. So I read it, and I was quite interested in doing it after I read it. And then I actually watched the movie. I watched some of the movie. The movie's not the play. So I said, okay, I'll need to watch that. I'll check that out later. So I just dove into the play. And the language, I'm a playwright as well. So I have a true respect for the craft that's happening in this play, these characters and the arcs and how they change, and how there's new stuff that happens with these characters all the time. And all these new encounters that add up to make some interesting characters. And a lot of this is about what happens to you, when you're confronted with those life-ending things, those life-ending moments and choices, or what have you. Yeah, it's deep stuff, I guess. But it's also a comedy, and I think that's what's important about this. That I think people will leave this play with something that they didn't come to this play with. They're gonna laugh. They're going to cry. They're going to meet some characters that they find interesting. These characters are compelling in the fact that they're fighters. They're survivors. You don't live to be 80 whatever years old, by being no fool, as they say. So there's wisdom, there's all that other stuff, but they're great people. To revisit stuff like this, I think, is really kind of interesting, because it does drag its own truths to today, and they start to resonate today. We need to revisit these things on occasion, to hear them again, to rehear them, because there's a lot of truth coming out of this stuff. There's a lot of relevant truth. There's still, the truth is the truth, that's it. Oh, the response from the younger generation that's involved in this production already speaks to me about how it will resonate. Storytellers, and this younger generation, I think they appreciate our griots, our storytellers, our people that are keeping our culture alive and vibrant, and because we're passing it to them. So I'm certain they'll find the humor interesting. They'll find the humor funny. They may find stuff funny that we didn't realize was funny, if you know what I mean. These teenagers will look at their grandparents differently as a result of having seen, this production, and maybe even talk to them differently. That's why I love what we do, man. When what we do has what I call healing power, when it brings people together, when people leave what we do with something more than what they came to us with, that's when it works. That's when it's good.